Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist,
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
and together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
Yes. Brad, what is your relationship with your bed?
It's very close, Bob, especially at night.
I actually get along with my bed quite well.
Yeah.
It's my alarm clock I don't get along with. But I'm bummed.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
Anyway, unfortunately for some, pain, the bed can be the source of pain.
Oh, yeah,
So
sure.
we're going to have some videos here describing how to avoid those pain scenarios. Okay, so in this video, Brad, we're going to talk about how your bed might contribute to back or hip pain.
Sure.
In some cases, it may even cause it, but
Right.
in most cases, I think it's just one factor that may be making it worse.
Yeah.
So they're kind of combined. You do a lot of the same things for both of those problems. That's why I put them in one video. The first thing we'll discuss. Oh, Nancy's ready to throw pillows. Let's get some
Bring 'em
pillows
in.
here. Here we go. Ho, ho, hey, ho. So let's first just talk about your bed in general. Mattresses, it's very, I don't even like to get into that discussion, Brad, because it's a whole, I couldn't find any studies that proved one mattress was better than the other. I really didn't. I looked up on this at one time because I did a paper on it. But
That's a personal thing, kind of.
it is a personal
Test them
thing.
out.
Yeah. One thing that I did find though is that as our mattress, when I was younger and our mattress was getting really saggy, we couldn't afford a new one yet. We took some plywood and put it between the mattress and the box spring, and it really did help.
Sure.
It did extend
Good
the life
support.
of it. And you flip the mattress too, but
Now that you've been married a number of years, I don't imagine that's an issue anymore.
Brad's such a funny guy. Anyway, so moving on to something that is practical and helpful as opposed to his humor. Let's talk about some other positions you might want to sleep in, Brad. Let's first talk about, well, if you have hip pain, you don't want to sleep on the side that's painful,
Right.
do you? I do that. As amazing as that sounds, you think people would know that,
Right.
but they don't. Why don't you go ahead and just lay down, Brad?
Okay. So if my left hip is bothering me, you may not fall asleep this way, or you might, but if you know it does, but then you fall asleep on your back, you might roll over in the
Right
middle of
onto
the
the
night.
point of the hip, which
Yeah.
can bother you. And so one thing you can do is you can lay back just a little bit, like if you really want to stay on that side. But here you are, now instead of being on the point of the hip, you're on kind of the meaty portion of the butt.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so you can even put a pillow behind here. And what that pillow does is gives you a little support, and also it kind of prevents you from falling all the way onto your
Bob,
back.
Bob,
Oh, I'm
they
sorry.
can't see me, Bob. That really does help, actually.
It does help.
Yeah, you put that there, and all of a sudden I became from a little tense to very relaxed.
Right. Another one, let's say this is one particular that I can attest to because I was actually having trouble with my right hip. And what I was doing is, Brad, lay all the way over onto your side, like this. And I was sleeping with this hip kind of like this.
Yeah.
And, my wife says I sleep with crazy legs or whatever. But this puts a lot of stress on the hip right here.
Sure.
And it did. I was actually having pain that was going into when I was running and such. So what you want to do is, one, you can put it on top like this, but even that is a little bit stressful. So you can take a pillow and put it between your legs, and that definitely solves the problem.
Yeah, that feels much better.
And it's actually better on your back too, because your back, when your hip is like this, it's putting a little twist on your
Yeah.
back too. So
Yeah.
this is a lot better. I didn't do this one because I just don't like to mess with pillows at night like
Right,
this.
sure.
So I just made a point of that I couldn't. I either sleep with my legs straight or I'd sleep on my back.
Yeah.
I avoided the position.
Yeah.
All right, another one for your back, Brad, would be to take some pillows and put them underneath your legs, wouldn't it?
You bet.
This is a very comfortable position for the back, and we're going to add to it even yet more. Because the back, we often support this idea of putting a little support behind the back. We put a roll towel right below the back. And again, this isn't somewhere that is probably going to stay there all night.
Right.
But it's not a bad position to start off in. And it's not a bad position maybe to even relax during the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're trying to get some stress off your back.
You bet. I had a friend of mine called me up on the phone, back problems, sleeping all night, got up painful. I said, take a little throw pillow, put it behind your back like that.
Yeah.
He called me up the next day, thanking me, he said, my back hasn't felt so good in a couple of weeks, because there was a flare-up at the time.
And I know, Brad, you've said in a video before, like you put an ice pack underneath here, and then you've even had people put their foot up on, laying on the floor and put their feet up on the couch.
Right,
You know,
yeah,
that's
90.
a real comfortable position
Sure.
and taking some stress off the back.
Yeah,
That roll towel can actually be in place if you lay on your side, right?
you bet.
You can put,
They make specific rolls, factory-made rolls for this.
but I would just try a towel to start off
Right,
with.
exactly, because you don't want to go buy something, because, to be honest with you, Bob, a lot of my patients that have done this have not been successful.
I've not had luck with it.
But some have, you
Right.
know, so it's easy to try.
It's always an experiment with all these things, is that you want to give it a try.
There.
Now, another thing I'm going to mention, Brad, it's kind of a mistaken belief that people said you shouldn't sleep on your stomach when you have back pain, and I disagree with that 100%, don't you?
I don't have a problem if it makes the back feel better, although
It makes it
sleep
feel better.
with your neck, that might be a different story.
It might be hard on your neck, but it's actually probably, if for some people, probably are going to like to be on their stomach for
Right,
a while for their
sure.
back.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with that. Any other, anything else there, Brad, that we want to bring up as far as back positions or hip positions?
No, I think that pretty much
You
covers the
covered it?
basics. So, once again, there's all these options. Try them. If they feel comfortable, they're good. Listen to your body.
It really makes a difference with a lot of times with hip and back
You
pain.
bet, absolutely.
So, which leads me, Brad, by the way, to if you're older, 50 and older, you're going to want to subscribe to us because we provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, and pain-free well into your 70s and 80s.
But Bob, some of our videos, we say 40 and over.
Oh, 40, did I say 50 and older?
Yes, again.
Oh, I'm getting older myself, so I'm having trouble here.
Yes.
By the way, Brad, I just heard a saying the other day. It says, by the way, just kind of relating to this subject, the older the violin, the sweeter the music.
I haven't practiced with that.